And we're back. I've screwed with the numbers. I've tricked it into thinking that I've only been streaming for a few minutes or a few seconds. No, I did that so when I upload the VOD to YouTube, I don't have to. If I had to download this VOD, a 9-hour one, and edit it myself, it would be a pain. So yeah, I'm cutting it at 9. That way I can export it through Twitch. It's just much easier that way. This is the first time I've actually had to do this. I've never done a stream this long since I've been exporting to YouTube. Oh, look at you. Spending the money now. More forts. You must. Oh God, I can't think of it. You must construct additional. I don't know. Additional pylons? Oh God, I haven't played StarCraft in a long time. I know. Need more farms. That one's comes to mind. Need more farms. We require more Vespine gas. That's that one, right? I'm not much into StarCraft. I did more Warcraft than I did StarCraft. I basically just played StarCraft for a little while. No, this is Warcraft and StarCraft. I was thinking, basically it's like the RTS, right? I don't know if I did these or not. I've already forgotten if I did do them. Zug. Yeah. Alright. For the end of the world spell, press Control Alt Delete. Actually, my favorite one was well, now I got to think of it. It's the one that comes to mind the most. It's not even like a command. It's I can't think of it. That's sad because I usually think of it randomly all the time. Like this wind, it bites to the bone, and you're not even shivering. Are you all right, my lord? That one always gets to me. Just a soldier looking out for Arthas, and just before Arthas becomes a evil bastard. I think I quoted that right. Oh, hi Simi. How are you? Just keep saying that. I've restarted the stream so that it'll fit inside of a VOD, so we're back down to... I've only been streaming for, a couple minutes. It's fine. If you reset it, it doesn't count. Right. You must gather. Yeah, that's a good one. You must gather your party before adventuring forth. Hey, it's me, Emily. It's amazing how those quotes can stick into your head forever. Meanwhile, I struggle to remember if I had colored something in like 3 seconds ago. but I got some quotes on lockdown in the brain. Ah, dear child, I am glad that I have found you. I can do some Boulder Gates memes. Oh, the factions idea is cool, but I need more viewers to actually play the game too. A lot of that stuff sounds great, but if nobody's playing it, oh my. I think it's fine. Though, yeah, at like the late game, there's so much gold coming in if you create so many farms that it can get like spammy using it. I did have it before to where once you hit like 100 armor, it just basically nukes the screen and resets everything. But I actually I expanded that. It goes like way higher now. So you can get pretty high up in gold and power before it does a reset. The best one. I love that that triggered Nightbot too. That's a joke command that very rarely gets found. I like lemons. Just like buy 8 of them every time I go shopping. It's one of the only fruits that I will definitely eat before it goes bad. Meanwhile, like bananas and oranges, it's just like a chance that I'll buy them and I'll have like one or two, but I won't have any interest for them before they go off. Okay, was that everything? I think it was. Zoom out, take a look. See what I missed. Damn, come on. Let's look at the mask first. Okay. Nice. One more. And it's a big one. I'm thinking I should actually do something with that. I'll make it, if you ever do the lemons command, I'll make go by like, make a bunch of lemons like rain from the sky or something. Just for the fun of it. I mean, that could be abused like hell, but it'd be fine. I'll make it to where Nightbot has to say it for it to actually trigger. Okay, wait, what's going on here? Is that correct? Yeah, I guess so. Kind of a shame having to restart the stream though. I feel like I lost my high score. Even though I understand why I did it, it makes me sad now. I don't remember what I was doing when I did that one 16-hour stream. I was doing art. I don't remember exactly which one I was working on though. It might have been when I was doing player animations. I feel like I did some really long streams while I was doing that. Player animations took forever. I mean, it was way worse than this. I'm glad I'm past it because that's a lot of time to spend on one thing and not doing anything else. Like, you think these seem long? My player animations have like near 200 frames or more. It might be 270. And that was like a month or two of nothing but doing the same thing for hours and hours. Oh yeah, this one has repeating frames. So after this guy's done, I'm still gonna do the crater variant, which I don't think it'll be as hard as this. Now, doing armor is kind of difficult. The crater one, outside of his little crystals that'll be on his body, there's not a lot to do. Like it's all colored black and there's some like glowy eyeballs, but that's basically it. I think that one will go faster than this one did. Also, does it have less animations? It might. I think it has the same actually. It won't have the sitting ones though, definitely not. So, that's something at least. But yeah, I still have to do the player one as well. I don't think that's as hard. I mean, we've done his armor right now, so that's cool. But he does have stripes, and stripes tend to be like a time-consuming thing. Usually, stripes are always annoying to do because they're just a whole bunch of little points that are hard to fill in and hard to track across an animation. But I mean, the majority of it's done, I guess. I'm thinking about doing another armor set for him, just so that I have the one that I have in the game for the other characters ready to go. The scrap armor set. Have I ever been to PAX? No. Only thing I've ever done is Comic-Con, and that was because I was security there. I've watched a lot of them though, you know. Not so much recently though. They're actually sort of similar. Like, Comic-Con gets a lot of game dev stuff. More than you'd think. And yeah, I explored all of it while I was there. They just don't do like big stage things, I don't think. Not for the game dev stuff though. But the way that like at PAX or at what's the other one that's really big? Hello. It's True Blue. What's the other big one that's not PAX? But yeah, the way they have like a bunch of desks out there with like games you can play. They do that at E3, that's it. Yeah, they do that at Comic-Con as well. It's just Comic-Con has like, it has a lot of stuff. I think it's like a big variety. You get like a lot of just a ton of different stuff. It's actually pretty interesting. A lot of artists. The game stuff was pretty neat. I remember they were showing off this AR card game. I don't know if that ever actually became something, But it's really cool. It's kind of like, imagine Pokemon, or actually, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But imagine that, and basically you put the card on the table and it has a little monster, and the way you rotate the card dictates what the monster on the screen does. It was pretty cool. I don't know if they actually made it into something. We were just talking about, um, yeah, I haven't been to many myself. Like there was just that one that I went to. It was while I was in the Marines. They sometimes would like force us out to do security to make money. Basically, it's kind of weird, but that's exactly what it is. So I did security at a couple different places. It always seemed like the strangest idea to me. You're taking a lot of people who have not been trained. We get a little bit of security training, but most of our training is how to kill the other guy. Yeah, that's who you want to be, to look after a bunch of nerds. It doesn't seem quite right. You gotta be really careful at Comic-Con. You act out of line, some Marine will come and put you in a chokehold. Fuck you up. Been thinking about doing another one. Well, it sounds fun. I've heard that they've become very like I don't know. They're not very. What's the way to say this? I don't know the way to say this. They've become very. Damn, I can't think of a word. I can't think of a word. It's something like it's just marketing, right? It's mass marketing, or I don't know. I've heard it's lost its appeal, basically, is what I'm getting at. I don't know how to describe it. But that was kind of what well, at least that's what I was hearing back in the day. I haven't really heard much about what PAX and E3's like lately, because I hardly keep touch with it. Ever since poor PB died off. I talk about him a lot. I miss him. He was my favorite YouTuber. And he was my favorite way of keeping track of video game news. What are you doing? You having fun? You out there barking? Cynical Brett, yeah. TB. Total Biscuit. I watch his channel. I watch Co-Optional Podcast. I was watching his channel for a long time. Like, I first started watching his stuff when he was doing like Cataclysm reviews. I think that's where most people got came to look at him. He did like StarCraft stuff before that. I don't know much about all that, but yeah, he was doing Cataclysm stuff, and then he started doing reviews. And I really loved his mailbox, which was just basically talking about current news and stuff. I thought it was really well done. I wish I knew something that was similar to that. I feel like all the ones I look at nowadays, I just don't like the personalities of the people talking. I like the professional kind of edge he had. Like, I've watched a few of them. H1Z1, I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I haven't been big in any of them. I sometimes watch the Angry Joe show, but even that one's kind of like cringy sometimes. It's okay. I mean, I'm gonna have to think about that kind of thing at some point. I don't know if I'm gonna participate in that or not. I know it's a very good idea if you want to, like, for one, to meet people who are in the gaming industry. That's the best way to do it. Um, but it's also a good way to just get to market your game too. Get it in the eyes of journalists, gaming journalists. Oh man, I would dread doing something like that. I really hate big crowds of people and stuff. Oh, what happened? Something got fucked up. Lose all your money? Oh yeah, you look pretty broke right now. It's cool. You're getting lots of dragonflies. And you got, oh, teleport. That was cool. Oh, dumped it off on him and he got killed. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not big on crowds. I hate traffic too. That would be another thing that would drive me crazy about going to PAX or E3. I'd have to navigate traffic. Oh, I hate it. Stresses me out. I'd go if I could get somebody to basically bum a ride from so I wouldn't have to deal with any of that crap. I think then it would be tolerable. Kind of how I do anything nowadays. Can I bum a ride? Cool. Screw driving. Drove from LA to Seattle. I mean, the freeway's not, I mean, it can be kind of bad, but I'm talking about like once you're just in the area, especially during like a big event, that traffic is always what's killer. And then you're like finding a parking spot can always be like a pain in the ass. I just never really liked going to cities for that reason. I am definitely a country bumpkin through and through. I live in my little mountain in my hermit cabin. Well, we're getting there. We're getting close. Been 10 hours so far. And I did some of this before stream. I did some of this yesterday. This is probably like 12 hours of work so far. Just doing the armor on this. It's pretty nuts. It's almost not economically viable, one would say. That's fine. This is a passion project. Oh, this is unfortunate. I could marquee this to... Is it worth it? I don't think so. Maybe next time I'll marquee. It's the fact that this frame actually doesn't change for 3 frames. I've already done one though. So I'm only doing 2 more. If I'd have known it at the beginning, I could have filled these in really fast. So why do you go to the PAX? I mean, what are you there for? Are you just to see the games coming out? Or are you looking to meet people? Or it's just for the pleasure of it, which I'll never understand. I guess I could. I think I'm just being grumpy to the people from the podcast. Oh, I see. I don't know. Honestly, I don't have any sort of particular draw to go to anything like that. I would like to go to GDC though, I think. It would be cool to see one of those in person. That way you get to actually talk to some developers too. Like, ask some questions directly, right from the horse. That sounds interesting to me. If you're gonna dig for information, that's the way to do it. Did the Pacific Northwest a lot. Spent some time on the westernmost part of Washington. %95 merchandise. That's nuts. Speaking of which, look in the stream below to pick out some Kolu Wing merchandise. God, I'm just fucking around. I did buy a coffee cup off of there though. I should show that. It's kind of okay. If you're curious what their merchandise is like, because I was. Bam! Oh, crap, looking over my headphones. Alright. Look at this. The Kolu Wing. Actually, this would be better if you could actually see what the hell I'm doing. Bam! There we go. Kolu Wing mug. It's backwards because I invert my camera. But, gotta say, it's pretty decent. I really wish it came in black. It might come in black now. It didn't come in black when I created the thing. But it looks pretty good. It's got a gradient on it, which I was very curious how well that would work. But it did very good. The print's very nice. As far as coffee cups go, this one's a little, it's okay. I think it's a little thin. I mean, that's the worst part about a coffee cup is you get something too thin. But it's not bad. Yeah, my biggest complaint is it doesn't come in black. But seeing as I'm a coffee drinker now, I was like, heck yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Lurk. You go ahead and lurk. This is a lurk-friendly stream. Oh, you like that coffee cup too, don't you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Poppy. Oh. Are you? Oh yeah. Oh right, we're still in big ass camera mode. Let's swap out. It's awkward at that level. Well, you make the big ass camera. Actually, I don't remember which one it is. It's it'd be 4. It did not work, did it? No, it did not. I see hotkeys just sometimes work, apparently. It's not even working at all. I can't even mute the mic anymore. I don't get what's up with the hotkeys. I don't get how to make it like work. I think I just mute the mic and that might make it work. Now it works. The whole idea behind this is so that you can like, actually, anytime I was supposed to talk to the stream, that's what this was for. So you can actually talk personally to the stream. I've heard that that helps people feel more engaged or something, but I don't use it. So much for that. Bam, tap record. Look at that. I never use these hotkeys either. I always click on it because I'm an idiot. But then the hotkeys only work every now and then too. Day 9 does that with the personal camera. I always thought that was really cool. Nice touch to just swap to like a nice close up when you want to have a one-on-one chat with the chat. Ooh. This is Neverhood. Chicken swing shirt. We're just pawning merchandise to each other now. I love it. I'm totally for it. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I want you to really verbally abuse the like button to, you know, give it some past trauma. That's I've always liked that. People say something like, you know, like punch the like button or hit it or smash it. You don't ever hear anybody talk about like just verbally abuse it. Really get in there and talk about its personal flaws. Make up some shit too. Like my favorite one is you smell faintly of cabbage. That one really bothers people. They're like, cabbage? Why would I smell like cabbage? Nobody wants to smell like cabbage. Cabbage doesn't smell that great. But it doesn't smell that bad that it's unrealistic either. It's my favorite insult. You smell faintly of cabbage. That just makes them go, what? Really? Actually, one of the best insults I ever heard, directed at me, it was not like, I've heard like a lot of stuff. I've worked in construction, so I've been yelled at before. You know, I've heard all the worst stuff, but that never really affected me. What really affected me is I had an old lady once call me scruffy looking. That hurt. That really hurt. I was like, Scruffy? I've never been called Scruffy before. It really cut deep. I was like, oh man, I don't want to look scruffy. Now that's become my whole look. I basically took that to heart. I have become Scruffy. Scruffy's such a funny one. You don't ever hear that. I love the insults that are just slightly insulting. Just enough to where they actually bite harder. So I look like, oh yeah, okay. Take it as a compliment. That's one way to do it. I just found it offensive. To me, it's like you're not even trying, I guess. Which actually, you know, that's my total look now. I don't even try. I used to try. I just don't anymore. But there's also something about Scruffy that's like they're immediately saying that they're better than you and they're looking down on you because you're like a peasant. That's what I read it as. That's what it felt like when she said it. Is that I was beneath her and Scruffy. Now go apologize. Oh wait, somewhere out there is a tree working very hard to replace. Yeah. Oh, one of my favorites is what is it? Yeah, somewhere in the future, your future self is talking mad shit about you right now. He is insulting the fuck out of you right now. Future self is an asshole. He really hates everything I do. That one's always fun to think about. It is true for me. I talk mad shit about past self. He's always fucking up. Alright, I think we finished coloring just now. Sweet! Next is shading, and this is done. We're at, I don't know when I cut off the stream. I think it was at 9 hours and 10 minutes, so we're at 9 hours and 50 minutes now. Basically 10 hours. How long am I willing to do this to finish this guy? I guess another hour or two. Shading's gonna take a while with all these different segments. Also, I've got to like edit the shade. Yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna just take a while. There's no help in that. Yeah. Alright, so shading. What's the best way to go about this? Like, I have to edit it unless I put it underneath, but if I put it underneath then it's not affecting the parts that I want it to affect, so that's no good. I'm just gonna have to edit it anywhere where these lines like overlap where they're not supposed to. I've got to clean it up basically. I don't think there's any way around that. So this isn't just shading it, there's a lot of cleanup stuff too that's involved. But I think that's better than, I mean, is that better than just doing it all from scratch again? Probably. Actually, is it? I'm really thinking about it now. It's just a couple lines that I would have to redraw. I mean, when you consider that and how much cleanup I'm gonna have to do, I don't know if it's actually worth it, and I should just start over from scratch. I kind of feel like I should just start from scratch. The more I think about it. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't match. Okay, I think I convinced myself. I'm just... Oh, it's scary doing it when you just erase all everything that you've done right here like this. This sucks. There it is. We're shading from scratch again. I think it's better to do this though. We'll see. Honestly, comedy, your house is filled with Legos right now. How many Legos have you stepped on? How many Legos have you found in the crack of your butt? How long have you been working on that? That's a Millennium Falcon Lego set, right? It's massive. That's like one of the real deal Lego sets. Oh, later. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Always nice to hear a chatter. You finished it. Cool. Now what are you gonna do with it? You gonna sit on a desk somewhere? Are you gonna take it apart? I'm not one to talk. I've got like a billion of these Gundam kits all over the place. There's just 2 up there because they're too big to fit inside the shelf that I've been putting things on. But those ones are massive. But I've got like a whole cabinet filled with those things. They're Gunpla. Well, they're both Gundam and I have Zoids too. I really like Zoids. I'm just speaking from experience, man. I collect these things too, and afterwards they just become things that get really dusty and they're very hard to clean. That's why, smart brain, you put them inside of a cabinet that's got a glass case, and you throw all the china away. Sorry, Grandma, I need this space. Oh, man. No, I didn't throw it away. I just stuck it at the bottom. It's fine. What? I ain't using it for anything else. It's just wasting space. I can use that. Now a second. Do I zoom out? I might. This will be fine. You might think I'm joking. I'm not joking. I've done exactly that. I put all my china in the bottom of a cabinet so that I could put my Zoids action figures in there. And I can't wait until the day my older sister or my mother sees it. They're gonna flip out. Because that stuff's supposedly worth a good amount of money too. It's like old china. I wonder how much it is worth. Those things can be iffy sometimes. Sometimes they're worth a lot. Sometimes they're not. See, it's stuff like this that makes me wish that I hadn't messed with anything. Because I'm going to have to copy that. Man, I don't think I can finish this tonight. I'm really getting tired. I'm getting delirious. 9 a.m. I haven't stopped. Gonna need food and sustenance soon. That's a good idea. Coffee table. I'm not like... I need a process here. I'm kind of jumping all over the place on that. Where did I even start? I was doing like this hand there. Oh, I was doing the hand. That's what I was doing. And I got distracted. Go back to that. Oh my god. Oh, I'm glad I caught myself, but everything I'm doing right now, I definitely do not have to do. Because this one only applies to, well, I'll have to do it, but I'm not doing it now. Should I go ahead and do it then? Because I gotta do it later. Basically, this armor, or this, like, set of actions does not apply to this monster. It only applies to the other one. And I was drawing it because I'm gonna use it for the other one. But do I do the shading for it now? I mean, I guess I could. Honestly, I don't know. You know what? Go away. I think I've screwed up. Let's come back to this. Luckily, it's easy to fix it. I just grab a copy here, bring it back down here. There we go, we got shading back. I think I don't want to do all that because it's going to take way too long to do these toes and stuff. I think it is easier to edit it. And yes, I am going to edit it. Okay, but what I do instead, I said I didn't want to do this, but I do want to do this. So, I'm going to put you underneath. Okay, that wasn't correct. Where the hell does this go? Wait, really? Why didn't that work? I'm confused. What is this? That's the line work, right? If I put... Oh, I know why. Is I got to put all this in its own folder for that to work. There we go. Okay, no. What happened? Oh, this is set to that. There we go. Fixed. Okay, I think this is the best way to do this. And now I just have to color the armor by itself as its own thing. So basically, I'm going to split these two things up. I think that's the best way to do it too, so that I don't have to shade it again, basically. Oh my god. You're going ham. Look at all these farms. Eventually, you're going to overdo it. Once you reach a certain spot, you start getting attacked by some really dangerous stuff. Okay. We do this. In game, yeah, that's right. What, you think I didn't think about what you're doing right now? Well, I did. Actually, I think it went off, didn't it? A bunch of dragonflies come out of nowhere. Eventually, you'll see the rainbow dragonfly. It reset just for you. Yeah, when you see the rainbow dragonfly, that's what nukes your character back down to 0. That's the end game. You gotta be careful. You gotta dodge it by, like, jumping back in the base. It's the only way to protect yourself from it. Honestly, I'm doing all this and this just seems stupid. Like, why do all this when I could just erase it? from the spots it doesn't need to be in. Isn't that just easier? Yeah, it is. Alright. Now that I've done a dozen ways and decided I don't like it, we're just going to go back to where we started from. That is one of the negatives of doing it for too long. You start doing stuff like that. So really all I have to do is I have to create a custom airbrush with like let's bring it up to probably 100 and make this into a small eraser basically. Just like that. Just erase the areas that need to be erased. So what I should do is focus on this part first. Like this horn is always going to be screwed up, but sometimes it goes across the armor too. How did that AI do? Is he still alive? Or did he get killed off? I know we still got Nightbot. Nightbot doesn't die though. So it would be funny if you could kill Nightbot. Yeah, I think he died. Let's throw a couple more in. Bam! And also, have some gold. Just because I like fucking with it. I really don't think I'm going to finish this tonight. We might just have to give up, throw in the towel. How the hell did I ever do 16 hours? I was doing, it wasn't just a 16-hour one though. That was the big one, but I was doing like between 12 and, I don't know, 12 and 13-hour streams a lot too. At a point. It's amazing that I was able to do it that long. Oh no, the base is... Oh no, it's still there. It's good. My base is gone. It got destroyed at some point. I never hear the sound effect. There's supposed to be a sound effect that plays when a base gets destroyed. Just to like... Because I feel like it's a pivotal... It's important. pivotal moment. Because that's a lot of gold going up in flames. First thing you gotta do is armor up. You gotta have more armor than everybody else. It's actually hard to do when there's somebody on the screen that's got like hundreds of armor. This is a dangerous part of an animation too. When you've been doing it for so long that you start getting lazy, like right at the end of it. So be careful with stuff like that, because you'll take like all the work you've done and basically like trash it or make it, yeah, make it rough in the final stretch. This collar will always have to be done because the jaw always goes through the collar in every single frame of the animation. Luckily it's too dark to notice too much, so I can just kind of vaguely do it. I keep constantly trying to adjust my glasses. It's driving me insane. I should just go back to wearing glasses. Contacts isn't worth it anymore. Only thing good about contacts is when I go and wear my mask outside, I don't have to worry about my glasses getting fogged up constantly. Okay, so that's all the corrections done. Now I just gotta shade what needs to be shaded. Should be. Ooh, got another follower. It's starting to climb now. I was stuck at 123 for so long. It just kept fluctuating. Every time I'd get a follower, I'd lose one. Not that followers really mean that much. Like, over people who come and participate in chat and watch regularly. That's kind of like way more important. Honestly, I think it's a detriment to have, like after your first 50, I think it's better to have less followers. Yeah. But we needed some more subscribers. I've got one. He hit me with the subscribe a couple months ago, and I think he forgets that he's still subscribed, maybe. Or he died. One of those two things happened. Because I haven't seen him in chat since then. But he's still giving me money though. So he's a proud member of this community. Yeah, that's true. There are lurkers. I was a lurker for a really long time. Before I finally started like participating, talking to people. I still lurk in big streams. Oh, this is a problem. That thing does not move like ever. I really have to copy paste this. I can do that pretty easily. I hope I'm doing this correctly. I think so. Yeah, look at that. Now it doesn't move. Genius. Alright, what's next? I can start doing the collar and the face. That's the big one. And let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna be shading for hours. Like, this is another stream's worth of content right here. The only good news is I'm technically accomplishing two things at once. By doing an enemy and an armor set at the same time. Okay, let's just do the undersides of that. But both sides of this. Basically, just do the undersides of the rails. I think it'll look better. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do all of it. Oh, something just blew up. I heard it that time. Oh, there it goes. Rip. One of the soldiers can destroy bases. That's how bases are supposed to get destroyed. And bases are supposed to prevent anybody from going inside of them. But yeah, if a soldier hits a base, he's got like a 10% chance or 5% chance to shoot a fireball at it and blow it up. But the coin does drop on the ground, so you can pick up anybody can pick up that money that goes into a base. You were lucky to actually be able to put your base right back over top of your stuff, though. Usually when you lose your base, you lose everything inside of it too. Go ahead and get my guy doing stuff again. Looks like my stuff got destroyed too. Oh, Yeah, you like this overlap? Oh, I put my stuff outside of the base, so I'm just claimed half of your territory. Jenkins. Oh my god. I'm a warlord. You thought you were safe. Actually, that's not a great thing for either of us, though, because we both have forts that are right next to each other's bases. Eventually, one of us is going down. Yeah, I've been wanting to get like one of those big raids again. It would be fun to just see like a bunch of people break this game because that's exactly what would happen. There'd just be a million people on screen, and if they all started playing it, it would get absolutely chaotic. I just want to see what it would look like. Oh, lizard bot. No. I made 3 of them. I wonder how many's alive. I can see 1. 2. I think one of them might be dead. No, he's in the top corner. There he is. You gotta admit, what I've done here is at least more enjoyable than channel points is. I was thinking if there's a way I could incorporate channel points into the game as well, like a way to cash in for gold, but I don't think that works. You can type a command that channel points does without it actually doing anything. I mean, it might be possible to do something like that. At least that would give channel points something that they actually did. I was thinking something like a way to spend your channel points on Goba, basically. So that if I was to start a new stream, but you've got a bunch of channel points saved up, you can kind of like spend it to just go ahead and get your guy armored and... Oh, there goes the fort. Yeah, get your guy armored up and with gold and stuff. Well, I think the thing is, like, I could set up, it would be pretty easy to just set up, like, a reward that you can cash, right? But, actually, no, it might be possible. Let me, damn it, how the hell does this work? I know how it works for other people. How do I use it? There we go. So if I was to say... I don't know. I'd have to create a new one that you can cache in. I don't know. It's something I might look in on. I don't think it would get used that much, so it's not worth going through a lot of effort for it. But I can at least take a look. Let's see. Here. Here. Community. Channel points. Right, let's just edit this. I'm gonna make it like cost 5 points for now. And let's just say we'll call it that. Okay, that should work. Let's turn it on. Okay, there's a new reward. There we go. It's called Power Up. So if I click that, what happens? It says I have redeemed Power Up. Now, the question is, does Goba see that message? And if it does, what was it? And can I grab it, basically? If I can grab that message, I can make it to where you can basically, yeah, spend your channel points to upgrade your character. Or gain some sort of something fancy. I could even make it to where the weapons and armor you can just spend channel points to get, which are like permanent buffs, right? You can't lose those. I was also thinking of just incorporating, like, if you do bits or something, then you could just, yeah, pay to win. I could do that. I could also make it to where you could like pay for a specific hairstyle or something if you wanted to do that. I haven't messed with any of that stuff. Right now it's all random. You can get like a specific color or whatever. I thought would be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that later. The cool thing about that too is if anybody actually looks at channel points, that would teach them that they can do stuff with the game as well, or you know, that the game is an interactable thing. Because I think people are more likely to click on channel points than they are to actually read what's on screen. Even if I was to make the commands more obvious. But then there's the other problem of, I don't know what happens if they redeem channel points and they don't actually have a character yet. I don't know if that would create one. I don't think it would. Because right now you have to actually you have to say anything basically to get a character created. I don't just create, I don't pull things from the, I don't pull out viewers that are lurking basically. You have to talk if you want a character created. You gotta at least say hi. Or basically, it looks for any first character basically. it's fun. I like Goba just because it's fun to. It's a fun little challenge to think of like what you can do with it. I think the biggest thing I need to do right now is to make it more obvious that it's a thing you can play around with when you visit the stream. Because that might get more, I mean, that's the whole reason it's there, is it might get more people to stick around if they know there's something fun to play around with while they're here. That's kind of like the whole purpose of the Pokemon thing. Also, the longer you stay around, the more you can do, right? Like, its very nature is to keep viewers in the stream for longer. So it definitely would behoove me to just go ahead and put something on screen that says type in chat to join or something with the commands. That, or I make joining automatic, which I'm not real big on. I could do that, I think. I just prefer making it to where you have to chat to actually join. No, I have completely made this game. The only thing I took was how the chat actually collects an input. That part I learned from a tutorial. And then once I figured that out, then it becomes easy. Basically, chat becomes your controller and you can do anything. It's just your controller's really shit. So you really got to space out how many buttons get pressed. I don't know. Oh, I was talking about Goba. It makes me want to play around with it some more. Goba is one of those things that I just mess with every now and then. I'll add some more to it and I'll let it go. Mostly Goba's just there because of the sound notification. That has been a game changer. Before I had that, I would constantly miss chat. And even tonight, when it was not working, you were talking for a while before I actually noticed. I need that little tone. Helps me out so much. Like, yeah, I don't want to go without it now. Even if I'm not using Goba. Having that little notification noise is great. I also like it makes a nice loud one when someone new enters chat too. Basically, anytime a new character is created, that's when the sound plays. Yeah, I'm not going to finish this tonight. I think I'm going to finish this one animation, but I'm going to save the rest of this for later. At this point, it just seems like I would be better off taking a break from it too. But I'll at least do one. Oh, I just see something that I've completely missed. I'll just erase it. It'll be fine. Actually, that worked pretty well. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I don't know what I'm gonna get. It's still kind of early, isn't it? It's almost lunchtime. That's gonna be perfect. If I go for another 30 minutes, I can go get something real to eat. I don't know what I want though. I was about to say I want Chick-fil-A, and it's Sunday, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's always Sunday when you crave Chick-fil-A. That's the rule. Yeah. No, they didn't win any popularity contest, but their chicken is fucking great. It's kind of funny how like busy they get. I don't know any other fast food place that gets a line like they do. They're very popular with like Karens and soccer moms. I think. I feel like yeah, there's a lot of like housewives that are eating Chick-fil-A more than they should be. But I guess that's better than eating McDonald's or Burger King. Probably why they do it. It is really good though. I do like their chicken. I get it so rarely. Every time I think about it, it's Sunday when they're closed. The weekends are my days to go get fast food. I cook food during the week. Yesterday I got McDonald's and I highly regret it. It was very bad this time around. The burger was like a fucking rock. Or the bun. I don't know, sometimes that happens. I mean, I could change it up and just go make me. I could do some like grilling. I haven't grilled out in a long time. Make some actual good burgers after yesterday's terrible ones. That might be fun. I'd have to go to the grocery store, but I would like to make some good burgers. I don't know. I'm liking that idea. I'm not liking the whole go to the grocery store part of that idea though. But making some home cooked stuff sounds nice too. I mean, if I make a quick trip out of it and just grab a few things, I say, it shouldn't be that bad. Right? Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I want to do it. I think I'd get some like stir fry too. That's usually what I like to do. Instead of doing like fries or chips, I like to get like some broccoli and some carrots and some peppers. Just fry them all up to go with the burger. I feel like it's a healthier option, and it's pretty easy. You just throw it in with some stir fry sauce. It goes pretty well. Yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I convinced myself. You throw in some little potatoes too, like some red potatoes. The big thing is I don't have any deer meat. That's how you kick your burgers up to the next level. Throw some venison in it. Just mix it together with the beef. Oh, they're good. I think I got what do I got in there? I got bison flanks. I could make bison burgers. It might be a little gamey though. It's a good thing about deer meat is it has a good flavor to it. It's not very overwhelming. Yeah, this is a very slow process shading this. I mean, this is one of the longer animations. Most of them are only 4 or 5 frames. Still. I wonder what else I need from the store. Seeing as I'm going, I don't really need any like normal store stuff. I got milk. I got eggs. I just need. No, I could use some bread, I guess. I could use like some sandwich stuff too. I think. Let me get some bread and some sandwich stuff. I don't need sandwiches enough. This is funny. This is one of the first. Well, this is the first VOD I've done that's a two-parter. That's kind of funny. I need to check in to see if YouTube's maximum video length is still 10 hours. I feel like it was set like that a while ago. I don't know if it's like that anymore. I think it is. Anytime you see like a song that's on repeat, it only goes to a max of 10 hours. Okay, it can go up to 12, but it's got to be 128 gigabytes or 12 hours. I'm just uploading these to YouTube, so one day in the future when somebody asks me how long did it take to make this game, I'll just be like, go watch the YouTube. You make it through the whole thing. You're a true fan. Which is nobody. Nobody can make it through all the hours that I'm going to be uploading. But I think it's fun to see it. Like, the way I know how to track how long I've spent on the game is, luckily Twitch, if you go to achievements, you can see how long you've streamed for. And then I think I've done a little bit of gaming stuff, but not much. I'd say maybe 50 hours at most of gaming content. So, yeah. Everything else has been while I was working on this game, which has been, at this current moment, I have streamed for 1,320 hours. So, yeah, we'll knock away most of that, and we'll just say it was 1,200 hours on the game, even though it's more than that. So that's 1,200 hours on the game, but to be honest, I think I work on this game probably more than double that when I'm not streaming too. Like, I only stream occasionally. When you consider like all the VODs I watch and all the documentaries I watch, and just when I'm doing anything else. So I'd say that number is at least double, if not more. I think double is the minimum. So yeah, we're looking at like 24,000 hours or 2,400 hours that I've been working on this game at the moment. It's pretty wild. $487 hours. Alright, did I finish this? Yeah, I did, right? Okay. Next is the leg. Just do this horn first. Yeah, I've done a lot of like, I just sit in a lot of other people's streams too. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, watch other people's streams while working on the game too. Like, I think about all those hours I was watching Zilka when he streamed. I was working on the game. And I know I've watched a ton of him. I swear, it's been more than double that number off stream. Sadly, I can't track that. So there's no telling how long I've done that. Oh, so what I've heard is he lost his tattoo job. I don't know what he's doing now. I seen him start up a stream a couple days ago. It looked like he was gonna stream Tekken, but then he cut it back off. He just disappeared. And it's kind of sad too because he was a natural. Like, he was getting lots of views and like building a huge, I don't know what it was. He had something special when it came to starting a stream. If he'd have stuck with it, he'd probably have like a ton of viewers and a ton of subscribers. He had a well of a person in there, like feeding him money. It was great, or it was cool. I want a well. I mean, but he never even stopped by to say hello to anybody. He's just abandoned Twitch altogether. I mean, I can't be too picky about that. Sometimes I get depressed and don't talk to anybody. I don't know, a lot of people stopped streaming now. Valve stopped streaming. Pretty much everybody I've followed. I mean, there's still Waco and you. Who else are there? There's a bunch of them. I haven't seen Cultisty stream in a while. I really loved his stuff. He was funny. Guy still streams. I'm in there occasionally. Well, I just added a new one, Balint Magyar. So he's a game dev, and I've been talking to him. But there's Cass. I haven't seen her stream. Raw Rita. He hasn't streamed in a while. Raptor Kill. Hunter. I think Hunter stopped making his game. Foxy. Chloe. Bit Buff. I need to find new people to watch or talk to. Yeah, he had the Cyberpunk robot one. It looks so good. I don't want to ask him about it because that's one of the things that always bugs me. If, I don't know, if you get like depressed and you stop working on something, the last thing you want to hear is somebody asking, hey, what happened to that thing you stopped working on, right? But I really want to ask him, hey, what happened to that thing you were working on? Because it was really good. What happened, man? I'm torn. I really wanted to see that game come out. It was looking really nice. I never said anything though. Personally, I don't really like getting those kind of comments when you have a burnout. Because you know, like, you wish you were working on it. You don't really want to be reminded of that. You ever have any like burnouts working on projects? I've done it 4 times working on this game. I'm glad that I've come back each time. But, I mean, it still doesn't change the fact that there's about a year's worth of time lost that I could have been working on this. That I just had a burnout and I had trouble picking it back up again. No, don't worry about it. You're not. There's just one person in particular that does that to me that bugs me. It's not you. The constantly asking, hey, still working on the game? Still working on the game? What happened? I haven't heard anything about the game in a while. You know who you are. Well, if I was streaming engineers or something, it's different when you're just taking a little break from it. I mean, like, if it's been several weeks since you've worked on it, obviously you're in, like, some sort of issue. Like, if it's just been a couple days, yeah, it wouldn't bother me at all. I'd be like, oh, no, yeah, I'm going to stream it. I'm just taking a day off. It's when you're taking more than a day off. That's when it starts eating at you, right? You're like, oh, man. And then every time you're reminded of it too, it's like, yeah, I should be working on it. I don't know. It's not really that big a deal. It's kind of like you sort of want to be tortured into picking it back up too, right? Because, I mean, that's why it hurts, is because it's right. Like, yeah, I should definitely be working on it. Never done many long-term projects. Oh, I see. Oh yeah. Can you? I'm already feeling it now. It gets spooky thinking about putting so much time into something and then thinking about what'll happen if nobody sees it. That like bothers the hell out of me, and it's gonna get worse and worse the more time I put into it. I can't say that that's not a thing. I don't know. I kind of feel like the perfect amount of time, you want to do like between 6 months to a year. If you don't want to do anything longer than that, especially if you're solo. If you're solo, probably 6 months or between there. Going a full year working on something might be pushing things a bit. And then meanwhile, here I am doing this. But I mean, after you've made a couple games, right? I think your first game being a really big one is not a bad idea, because it forces you to do a lot of stuff with all the time you've invested too. It's always been my defense for that. Alright, is the shading done? Mostly? I mean, I don't really have to do any block shading or any like soft shading, so yeah, this is done. Let me just do the ones that are missing. Well, let me make sure first. because once I copy these, it's sort of set in stone. I think that's it. It's just the hard shading. There's no soft shading because the soft shading's already done to it. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and copy these in. Oh, right. I've got to fix the tail in those two as well. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Does armor work? I think you just copy pasted on accident, but I'm curious if that would work. I don't think it'll work. It only reads the first command you type. If you tried to stack them, they wouldn't work. I never even considered that though, whether it would work or not. Yeah. Well, you can do the plate thing for 10. That's the reason I added the plate, because the armor does get a little spammy. But if you do plate, you can get like 10 at once. But it's also good for chat engagement, right? There's like, you can unlock VIP badges if you have like lots of people chatting at the same time, and doing commands counts as chatting. So it just builds up, making your chat look more active than it actually is. I mean, that doesn't really apply when it's just you, but if there were more, then yeah, it might lead to unlocking some of those VIP badges. I wonder if I could implement that now that you say that. So where you could do multiple commands at once. I mean, it would technically be possible. It's just a little more challenging to do. It's really easy to look at the first like couple characters and see if they match, right? A bit harder to look at the whole thing and see if there's an instance of the characters in the particular order. God, my throat's itching. I mean, that's technically possible. Okay, that's the shading of one animation that won't even be used in this for this particular guy, but it will be used for our player guy later. One shading done, and I've got to do that many more times. But that will not happen today. I'm stopping here. We have streamed for basically 11 hours. Oh, that's still a baby stream. It still feels like a lot. goodness. I really wanted to finish it. But yeah, I'm gonna be working on this guy for like a couple more days. There's no getting around that. Trying to push through it and get as much done as possible. But still have to shade the rest of this. That'll take a couple hours, and then I've got to do the player version of it, which if I do another armor, it'll be basically like this. It won't be as long because it'll be a smaller kind of armor. But I've also got to do stripes for him, which there's no shading in that, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then the crater version, I don't think that'll be too bad either. I think this is the worst of any of the variants that I'm doing right now, just because it's a sort of detailed armor. I've still got armors that'll be even more than this later down the road. So this is just a little taste of what the armors will be like later on. Like, I still gotta do player armors. That's gonna be a monster. Golly. That's why normal people don't do that. That's why people don't do that. But here I am, I'm gonna do it. I don't know. A couple days doing this, and then move on to some other monster. I'm looking forward to getting done with all these variants and moving on to something else. I want to do coding again. That's always what I end up saying by the time I'm at the ending point of these. And it only takes a couple of days until I'm craving to come back and do more animation. But yeah, it's a constant like roller coaster of I don't want to do it anymore, I do want to do it again. Anyway, this stream is coming to a close here. I could raid. I haven't, like I usually don't have 3 viewers, so that's something. We can go raid RJ. How about we raid RJ? Wait, what's he doing first? I don't want to raid somebody who's not a creative stream. He's doing art. Okay, that's perfect. Let's raid RJ. Oh wait, how does this work again? I haven't raided in a while. It's cool, I don't care if you abandon immediately after. Anyway, stream's over. Later. Thanks for stopping by the way. Do I need the caps? I don't know if I need the caps. Let's cap it anyway. Go. Away! Oh nice, it's working.